So this would be my second installment on addictions in the Philippines. Um, I've heard that they have sort of like AA fellowships here, where you join there, and if you got your addictions, they'll help you get over it, hopefully. But I'm really not sure that if I was going to advise someone to go there, where to go, you'd have to ask some people. Uh, so, where do I come in with this? Well, I like to drink and I like to smoke. Canadians have an affinity for beer, a lot of it. I think they got probably the highest beer consumption in the world, if I'm not wrong. Well, maybe Germany is, or Czech Republic or something, but they're up there. They love their beer and their hockey games. So you come here and the beer is a fraction of the cost. Of course, you're gonna drink more because now you can. You don't have to pay $30 for a case of 12 bottles. Now you're paying $1.50 for a liter. So yeah, you're in a winning game now. Same with the cigarettes; they're so cheap. So now you can smoke 2 packs a day if you want, which happened to me. I mean, I bought a pack of 20 sticks. Yeah, they call the cigarettes sticks here, and you can buy it by the stick. It'll cost you like 2 or 3 peso for one cigarette. There's people, I've seen numerous people going to a sari store. All they can afford is 1 or 2 cigarettes, and that's what they buy. They don't buy a whole pack; they just buy one piece. That's why they have sari stores. Because sari stores, their general idea is to buy so that you could buy items in such small amounts that it's only meant for one consumption. That's it. You'll buy a shampoo or conditioner. They come in tiny little packets. I'll show you. Wait. This is Downy fabric softener, and oh, it smells so good too. I'll tell you a trick about it. My girlfriend, she said she used to clean houses when she was working in the United Arab Emirates. She was a domestic helper. Sounds to me like a maid, but that's what they call it here because it sounds more professional. She said that always when she walked in the houses there, it just smelled really bad. So what she did is she bought a pack like that and emptied it all over the floor, and then she took the mop and just spread around everywhere. That's the last thing that you put on the floor. And then you walk away and you let it dry. And her boss walked in the house one day after she did that, and she said, "Oh my God, it smells so good in here. What did you do? You're the best." Obviously, she even knew that her house stinks, but she probably didn't know what the heck to do with it. So my girlfriend bought this one for me the other day because I told you about my Alaskan Malamute Nellie. She has this condition that at night she will eat, or even during the day when she sleeps, she will urinate right there where she's sleeping, and then the house stinks and her fur, she smells like a toilet all the time, even though I try to give her a bath as often as I can, sometimes even once a day or more. But anyway, that solves your problem. So even back in USA or Canada, if you got pet odor problems or any other odor problems in your house, just use that fabric softener, because you buy whatever flavor you want. I don't care. It's like, as long as you can put up with that smell, then your house is gonna smell like a rose, literally. So back to the one consumption package. Yeah, you can buy cigarettes by the stick. And I never did because I never needed, but I thought, well, it's good to know because one day if I'm really broke and I only have 2 pesos in my pocket, I can just go buy a stick and put myself out of my misery for half an hour. But yeah, I generally buy 1 or 2 packs. I bought one in the morning. I should have bought two because I already ran out of a pack of 20. So yes, I've increased my cigarette consumption by almost double since I've been here. And it's not hard to slip into it because the more you smoke, the more you want, and before you know it, you're up to like maybe even more than 2 packs a day, and it's still dirt cheap, but it shouldn't have to be this way. Um, why? Because I'm bored. I'm spending a lot of time in front of this laptop here, whether I'm recording videos or just surfing or watching YouTube videos or some shows or something. I'm still sitting here stuck in the house. Um, I know some people around here. I'm not a complete hermit. As a matter of fact, I was out last night. I think I left here at 9:30 or 10. I didn't come back until about 4 in the morning. Spent time with my PMP friends and people across the street there that have a store. What were we doing? Drinking and smoking and bullshitting. That's all we did. Shooting the shit all night with those guys. And they like my company because I've got the Canadian experience and they want to find out about Canada and what I did there and what you can do there, what you can't, and all these things that they don't know about. So we talk about a variety of things and just lots of stuff. We cover any topic that they want to talk about. They educate me on the Philippines. They put me in contact with different people if I need anything. So it's good to have a network here. But still, I can't spend an entire day and night there. Sometimes I'm stuck here in the house because, well, my girlfriend's at school until 4 or 5 in the evening, and sometimes they got extracurricular activities, and she has to stay there for later, and sometimes on the weekend she has to work. So I'm basically stuck between my house and the PMP office there. I was like, I spend more time at the police office than the police officers do. That's not a bad thing. It's good. It's a good thing to have, friends in low places, not high places, I guess. If I need any protection whatsoever, they're there for me. And here they don't walk around with just a gun in their holster. Here they stick their 45 right in their pants, like mafia guys do, or black people or something. And when they go out on patrol, they bring their M16, the one that has a grenade launcher in there too, and yeah, they pack in those grenades too with them. So if I have any problems, I got their phone number and I can just make one phone call, and within 10-15 minutes they're here. And whatever problem I have, it's already solved before they even got here, chances are. So drinking. Well, like I said before, I used to drink quite a bit when I was in Canada because we like our beer and rest of the alcohol and our whiskey. And I used to drink red wine, Cabernet Sauvignon. That used to be my poison of choice. I drank quite a bit of that. Over here, wine tends to be pretty expensive. You buy a liter and a half of wine and you're looking at about 500 peso. So why would I spend that when I could get a liter of beer for 70 to 90 peso? It's ridiculous how much more money the wine is. But I guess maybe it's not in such a high demand as the beer or the tanduay is. Tanduay is like everybody drinks tanduay. I go anywhere, like even at the PNP there, and they send someone to the store to buy a bottle of tanduay because I'm there visiting, or when I'm there in the morning, they'll send someone to buy a pack of coffee so that they can make me a hot coffee to be hospitable, and they give me breakfast, which is usually rice and fish. I'm not really too crazy about fish in the morning, but I did have it, and it didn't kill me, so I'm all right. So again, the drinking got more accelerated here because of boredom. If I know I'll be home by myself all afternoon, I'll just run out to the store and pay 35 peso and get myself a bottle of tanduay and come home and sip on that all evening. But that's the small, the Mickey. And sometimes I run out and I go out and I buy another one. Why? Because I can afford it. It's cheap enough, and then you're just building up on your addiction until you've got a big problem. I never drink enough to get completely stupid, fall down drunk or anything. I just get happy when I drink. So I think I'm okay with that. So be careful when you come here. If you got any addictions, try to deal with them before you get here, or keep in mind that you could make your problem worse when you come here because it's so much more affordable. And this would conclude the second installment on addictions. No, I won't talk about drugs because I haven't had any experience with them. I wouldn't even know where to buy them here. I'm sure somebody can hook me up, but I've never had any interest in them. And then it can get pretty dangerous, not to mention that you could get killed by Duterte here. So if I were you, I'd stay the hell away from drugs. If you want to do any addictions, don't do the drugs, just do the alcohol and cigarettes. You might be safe that way. I'll talk to you later.